Hi, I have a lovely Christmas card. This is kind of like a vintage sort of feel to it. I love the way the milk card looks with this old rose. I think it's so pretty. A little bit different for a Christmas card, but I think it's gorgeous. So we will show you what we'll be using. We have the Season's Greetings, which is one of our new mini shadowed sentiments. We're going to do a little accenting with the twin holly sprays. And I've used the triple layered poinsettias, but just the outer shape to cut out of vellum, just a nice little accent. We are doing the holly and berry border, and I will show you what you can do with this. And the focal element is done with Felicity. Now this is a larger die, but we're going to use it a little bit differently, and I think it's really pretty. Let's set these to the side. Okay, now I've got a piece of milk card I've already cut that is 5.5 by 7 and, oops, missed that, 7 and 5/8. So I have used just the decorative area from the Felicity. So you've got an outer one still, an inner one, but I've put that on a diamond orientation. I've just cut it or taped it into place. I'm going to give that a quick run through. Okay, let's take out some of those pieces. Tidy that. Carefully remove our sticky tape there, and we can use that again. Put that back into place, and I've got just a couple here I need to poke through. There we go. Get all those out of the way there. So you can see you've got a really lovely design coming through that. So what I want to do is add a bit of sticky adhesive behind that. So let me make a little room. I've added a piece to some other milk card. I'm just going to peel that off, peel the backing off. And I think I'm going to cheat and do it this direction. I'm going to just lay it upside down. Now if you do this, make sure you have a like a slippery craft mat on there. You don't want something like another piece of card because it will stick to it. So I'm just going to get this lined up, hopefully, so the edge doesn't show. There we go. Okay, I'm going to use the backing on that and make sure it's pushed all the way in. I'm going to use some of the ice snow, and let me just grab a piece of something to go underneath to catch it. Pop that ice snow all through there. Got a really lovely look coming from that. Burnish it all the way in. Okay. Tap off your extra. There we go. And we will put that right back into our container. No waste. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is add a border down here. Now the holly and berry border is just a little bit short, and I needed the extra width for the die on a diamond. So what I'm going to do is put two of these together, a little bit of glue, and just pop some of the glue right on those little berries and right down that center piece of that holly. And I'm going to line up this one on that one. So you'll have what looks like a complete section in that middle. There we go. Give that a second. Get it on there nice and straight. Okay. Pop that back in. Okay. So so now that's more than enough room that I need for that down there. So what I'm going to do is use a bit of spray glue on the back. Going to center this. Let's get all that extra glitter off of there. Center that right underneath here towards the bottom of the card. Give that, there we go. Press that into place. Get that all nice and stuck down, and then we'll just nip away the extra bit, which you could use for a corner or something if you like. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I've used this little die which comes with the border for our hollies, and I've cut those out of old rose. So I'm going to just put a little bit of glue on these spots. There we go. And we're going to pop these right in place. And, oh, move it over. Come on, little guy. There we go. And that one. And let's get that one. So you've got a lovely little pop of color down there. Okay. Now, I've also gone back to the Felicity die, and I've used these outer dies to cut a really nice old rose little frame to go around that. So I'm going to use a little spray glue on the back. Okay. Get a hold of that and put that right over. Get it nice and centered. There we go. Give that a second to set up. Okay, I'm going to bring in my backing. We'll go ahead and put that on there now. Milk card has been paper pierced around the edge. I've used a mat of old rose, which is that lovely new dusty pink color. And I'm going to put that right into place here. There we go. So on the center of this, I've gone back to the Felicity die, and I've used these little guys right here and cut a little square that's quite pretty. I've backed it with that old rose. We're going to put that on in a diamond orientation here. That'll fit right into the middle of that die. And I've used the Season's Greetings, which is your shadowed sentiment, that's a mouthful, in the old rose with the milk colored backing. I've used a little bit of mounting foam because there's just enough space to hide that. I'm going to put that right like so. Let's straighten that one up a little bit crooked. There we go. And we're going to add an accent to it. So I've done the Vellum poinsettias here, and I've just cut the outer edge of them out of vellum, and you can give them a little bit of forming and whatnot, and we'll pop those on with some glue dots. So I've got a larger one for in the corner down here, like that. And the next size down, I'm going to pop in the opposite corner, sort of fill that in. I've used some of the Twin Holly sprays, and I've just nipped them down a little bit in size. Use the smaller one around the smaller flower here, and get one going on both sides. Nice little even accents. And these are a little bit longer, and I'm going to put them under the larger flower, just kind of coming out from underneath. There you go. Really pretty little accent. You could add a couple pearls up here in the corner. It's just so easy. Beautiful vintage card. Well, that's it for today. Hope you'll look for us on our YouTube channel. We have so many more videos for you. Don't forget, like and subscribe, and we'll send you an email when new ones are loaded.